What is going on, everyone? My name's Boit, and I'm back with some more Age of Mythology, the Titans action, bringing to you live and in stereo. I think we're in stereo. If we're not, it's fine. The Phoenix Reborn Clan tournament. It's been a hot minute since any of these has been done. It's been a long time since RTSL. It's basically a direct rip of RTSL. We'll go through the rules a little bit later because we're going to introduce the players. Spawning in the bottom of the map in the yellow color, playing as Poseidon from the CUD clan, CUD. His name is Mosca Varagiria. I don't know. I don't know if I'm saying that right. We're going to be not calling him Moscow this entire time. His partners today in the blue color, playing as Uranus. His name is Tunison. In the green color, playing as Thor. His name is Ninho. And he's playing as Thor. Thank you for the subscription there, Mateo. Appreciate you, my friend. In the top side of the map, in the red color, playing as Set. His name is Ashen the First. And he is from the SOO clan, the Son of Osiris clan. His partners today in the teal color, playing as Zeus. His name is Surtok. And playing as Hades in the purple color, his name is Typhon. Every single one of these players is going to be a very, very strong player. This is arguably the highest level clan tournament we've seen in a very long time, if ever. And just to go through the rules for those who are uninitiated, RTSL's been a long time coming, and I'm sure there's going to be more RTSLs in the future. This is just something to keep the players going through the meantime. But the RTSL format was effectively a group stage with two games being played in the group stage, where both teams get to pick their own home map and execute whatever strategy they felt on that one. There was a whole range of maps that players could pick, ranging from King of the Hill to Jotunheim to Team Migration, all of these bizarre maps. And funnily enough, we started this tournament off and we see Marsh. So you can pick any map out here. It is best. It's not best of two. There's only two games. So you go home with points. And at the end of the day, once you play your group, the points are all tallied up. And it is top three go on, with the top one position being a sought after position and the bottom two or the second and third position being having to play straight away in the knockout round. No cheeky buys or anything in the knockout round before things get very, very interesting. The reason we did that is because it's such a crazy high level tournament. We wanted it to be a fair chance for teams to get through, regardless of how stacked their group was, in a way, and have a chance at that knockout round at this point. So moving on, we'll take a good look at what the gods are and see what we can garner. We've got a Set, Zeus, Hades matchup here. This is a really, really interesting one. Greek with Egyptian on Marsh. The Set is going to be the cornerstone of this team composition here. Set needs to be able to get going fast and help out in a big way. Now, Set is a very, very strong counter to Norse gods, and we are seeing a Thor here right next to the Set. So we'll see if this is going to become an issue for Team SOO in this, for Team CUD in this matchup, or if Ninho and Team CUD are going to be able to deal with this one. So we're starting to see the gods coming through, Prometheus coming through, Hermes coming through for teal and yellow. Can I do this? You can start seeing a little bit more of what's happening here. And then we've got the standard kind of fast composition of Team CUD. They've got Poseidon, they've got Uranus, they've got Thor. These are all really speedy gods with raiding cavalry, Hippocon, and just the simple Uranus boost. So we're going to be seeing some very, very good teamwork coming out of CUD here in order to get some early pressure on. I wouldn't be surprised to see second town centers getting dropped here by Surtok and by Typhon, but we'll see what's going to happen as the priest here converting away in the main base on this position here. He's dropping his monuments. He's going to be getting himself a town center here. Look at all the villagers on gold at this point. Maybe going to be looking for a fast shifting sands here with the priest coming out of this location to get some early kills onto Ninho's base here. Let's take a look at what could potentially be attacked as the walls are already coming down. Look at this. This is huge. The boar's going to come in and potentially spot this, and there's going to be a huge shifting sands coming forward onto Ninho's villages here, as we also see Surtok coming in with his Jason as the units coming forward. There's the shifting sands. Ninho in a lot of trouble here. He's going to be losing one villager. He's going to be losing two villagers. This is absolutely gigantic, as Moscow has to cast ceasefire here to keep Ninho alive. That's one ceasefire down for a shifting sands. That's exactly what a set player wants out of their shifting sands, and that's going to allow the set to use his ancestors in this game effectively. Now, the thing is, this pressure isn't over just yet. It is a whole minute that that Ashen's going to have to wait if he wants to continue putting this pressure on, but even then, this is still a whole bunch of animals plus the priest pharaoh. You're going to have a fair amount of fight in you to be dealing with this, as we are seeing this town center going to be getting grabbed in the middle of the map. This is huge here. This is 7 villages plus the pharaoh going to shoot up incredibly fast right next to these boars here, and we'll see how things are going to happen as all these units sitting back. And we are seeing now Tunison moving forward here, going to be looking for something to raid, as it looks like Surtok here is going for Centaur. Yes, he is going for Centaur. This is going to be a really, really difficult thing to deal with, as we are seeing the walls coming up over here. Meanwhile, on this position, we do see the units pushing in over here, going to be attacking the town center, trying to take down the pharaoh. The pharaoh does end up, almost goes down, gets garrisoned there as the barracks are getting thrown down, as Ninho is going to be under pressure from the get-go. We're starting to see the Hippocon targeting down villagers over here as the Centaur moving in. We are seeing some heroes moving through for Tunison, though. They're going to be dealing with those Centaur nicely as they have to get pulled back. We see one bolt immediately down onto one of those hero Murmillos as the Jason is trying to target down that troll, but it looks like Surtok going to be retreating back. Ashen in this position here, starting to make some units. I'm sure he's got some spearmen coming out. He's going to be eating those gazelles here. He's probably got some favor that he can use to create some animals on this town center if he so chooses, as well as the Jason retreats away. Now we're starting to see the Poseidon Moscow coming in here, and the Hades Sentinels getting chucked down immediately. I actually would like to see Sentinels chucked down over here. Wouldn't have been a bad idea, but seems like Typhon has gone for his second town center, and we've just got a very boomy bottom of the map going on here. Beautiful gold mine here for Moscow. Plenty of hunt in the base. Going to be playing relatively defensive here, I'm sure, as this villager here looks like it's going to get taken down. Meanwhile, on this position, looks like Ninho and Tunison defending nicely. There's not a whole lot of stuff here to defend anymore, as the villagers have retreated all the way back here. The walls are up. He needs to continue walling up this location to defend against those Centaur that are going to be coming into him, as we are seeing the boars getting eaten up over here nicely as the game continues. This town center over here, very, very weak. Let's talk a little bit about the interesting defensive liabilities of Marsh as this game's going to continue. We've got so many town centers in range of water here that some sort of fast mythic here straight into siege ships is going to be a very difficult thing for most teams to deal with. And in this matchup, the only real way to deal with siege ships is to be getting out your siege weapons nice and early and sending them on those defensive positions, or preventing the docks from going up in the first place here, as the spearmen moving forward or moving back here to defend, as Surtok looking like he's trying to chase down these units that are moving around. It looks like he's spotted these villagers with this oracle. That oracle placement is beautiful. He should probably think about splitting his army up, or these villagers will be able to make a very easy retreat path. Now, there might be a shockwave here, though, as the villagers do retreat. I'm sure that you have to cast shockwave here, right? Surely. It looks like he's going to almost get in onto these villages. They're going to get back into the watchtower, and they're going to be able to get to safety. One villager does go down. A second villager might be falling here as the spearmen going to come through, chase down those termite. Everything chasing the Tunison army here. This is exactly what Tunison wants, as he's chucking up his second town center. We also see Ninho with a second town center here. The Centaur are going after the villagers on this gold mine. There are villagers or gold mines back here that he could potentially move onto as well here. As the raiding cavalry moving in, they're getting a little bit out of position. You're going to be losing those a little bit too easily. As Tunison simply just going to be retreating out of here. The villager are attempting to finish this wall off. Going to be a ways away from finishing that one. And now Tunison can look to take out some of Surtok's economy. Unfortunately, it looks like Surtok's base is relatively well defended at this point. There's villagers on the pigs here. This location over here is a little bit weak, but he does have a tower that he can run to, so no real problems where that's concerned. Meanwhile, the units are out for Moscow as he is grabbing town centers. He's going up to 3 town centers. He's controlling the map here. This town center up here is going to be a little bit difficult to grab for Typhon here, as he's just playing very safe, very nice defensive safe. He is Hades, so he does have access to an underworld here. So this safe play is never that bad of an idea because you can always bust out of it with a timing attack of some variety. As the army pushing in onto this position over here, trying to take out each other's units. There's still no villagers over here, so neither players are actually going to be doing all too much where that's concerned, as the spearmen come through, going to be taking out those Terma nice and easily there, and we'll see who's going to be able to win this fight. It seems like this is a bit of an overcommitment from Team CUD, but SOO seemingly having to retreat back as the Centaurs doing their best. The Hersa are able to get onto these. They do actually have the 4-city upgrade Hall of Thanes as Thor, so they got 5.3 speed. And that's exactly what Ninho's building here, which I don't think is a bad idea, especially against the army composition which Ashen is making. No axemen coming through for him, as there's a lot of idle villages there. Where is Ashen going with that? Aphrodite now on the way for Moscow, as he is powering ahead in this game, as it looks like Ninho and Tunison have defended fairly nicely here in this game. As the villagers making their way over here, they might be looking to grab this town center. A couple of boar are on this one. We are seeing him coming over onto this location. The villagers split up finally. There's lots of relics on the map that have been neglected here, it would seem, as the Hersa pushing in, going to be able to take down some of those Centaur. That's 4 Centaur that get taken out. Surtok not paying any attention there. That's absolutely huge. Everyone in this game now sitting on a couple of town centers. So things getting very, very interesting here, as Moscow is just able to continue putting the pressure on. This is mostly Toxotes, though. The Toxotes army, funnily enough, might actually be able to beat this Hippocon army at this point, but there is a curse that could be coming down, as Typhon has to retreat back, starting to throw down military academies and everything else, as he is pulling away from this location. We see Aphrodite coming through for Typhon. I think that's a big mistake. Definitely go through Apollo in the team games here. Allow your opponents to get the town centers. They don't have any ceasefires, so you can have a huge underworld threat at any point in this game. But you see the units now pushing Surtok back over here, as it looks like Ashen and Surtok a little bit on the defensive. He cannot take this fight here. Both these players a little bit out of position, as we see the restoration getting dropped down, the curse getting dropped down as well. That's a lot of pigs there that can be sent back into Typhon's base and eaten in the later stages of the game once they fatten up just a little bit. We are seeing Nephthys coming through now for Ashen as well, as this one is getting very, very tense, as the units here getting a little bit out of position, as the slingers coming through, going to try and take down these units. It looks like Surtok not really with the units out just yet here, as the Hippocon coming through very, very slowly. He's about to go up to 3 town centers, or he just has his 3rd town, so no, he doesn't have it just yet. I'm going crazy. Anyways, Terma coming in over here very close to this army, going to get taken down. Thea on the way now for Tunis, and his 3 town centers. He's going to be able to get to the Mythic Age really, really fast. In the team games, we see Helios so much more than Hecate, and that's going to be a very difficult thing to deal with, as we do see a cheeky curse getting dropped over here, hitting those villages, hitting a couple of the units. We'll see if he's going to be able to win this fight here. It's going to be very, very necessary, as the villagers do prevent this town center from going up. The Nemean line now on top of those Toxotes, but the Hippocon pushing through nicely. There's no Nemean line left. There's no heroes left for Moscow, so he's going to have to retreat back. That means this town center can go the wayside of Typhon, as he's able to hold here. And we see these units pushing forward, the villager retreating away. Units over here coming in, as Ninho is attempting to grab his 3rd town center. This is absolutely huge for Ninho. He is Thor, which means that Ragnarok is a huge possibility for him. Him getting to 3 town centers without too much problems here means he's going to have a gigantic absolutely huge Ragnarok potential. And not only that, it's marsh, so he doesn't have to farm at all here. He's going to be eating food all the way to the Mythic Age. We see Hephaestus coming through for Moscow, as well as Hephaestus coming through for Typhon. That's going to be a very, very close matchup down the bottom here, something to keep an eye on, as a whole bunch more upgrades coming through for everyone, with the Migdol Stronghold coming through up here for Ashen. Ashen needs to figure out how he can set up to deal with Ragnarok, and so too will Surtok and Typhon need that as well, as we do see an Ancestors getting forced here just a little bit. Going to be hitting these Terma, preventing this location from getting taken out, and trying to defend this one, as it looks like Ashen wants to start making himself some Chariot Archers here. The Migdol Stronghold going to be a very, very big support here in this game, as we see the Hippocon pushing in onto this position. The Odysseus kind of needs to target the Troll and not the Town Center, but that's fine, as all of those Toxotes or Throwing Axemen do fall there. And it looks like this position has been relatively well held by Ashen. He's controlling it nicely. He's got a whole bunch of farms over here, and his economy is doing okay. Tunison, though, he's the one to be scared about. Helios on the way. All Tunison needs to do is have a bunch of favor here, make a handful, and needs to stop making Stymphalian birds, have a handful of Hecagigantes, and then those vortexes are going to start doing crazy amounts of damage all over the map. The oracles are already in position, so he can hit this location, he can hit this location over here, no problems. The big weakness of Helios is if you're trying to make an army which deals with units, you want to make archers, which don't work very well with the Vortex at all, as Hephaestus has hit. Plentyvault is down. The Town Center is on the way here. It's now up for Typhon. There are a whole bunch of stables around this. We'll see if that's going to be a problem or not, as the Toxotes are in defense here, with the Colossus now starting to move in, going to attempt to take down the fortress. We see the Heliopolis starting to come out immediately for Moscow. He knows how strong that unit is. As still whole bunch of action coming in here. Ashen is going to want to take this town center down as fast as he possibly can. There's 7 villages in this one, though. We see the Zeus hoplites coming in. Those villages can pop out and take down the siege tower, but it looks like there's just not enough units here to defend this position right now. Ninho a little bit falling behind. I don't see him going, or he's going through Skadi at this point, which is going to be huge, as the medium Arcus now able to start taking down those set units here. The villagers making a break for it seems, no longer in this town center. We see the siege tower just about to go down, not able to take the town center down, for 400 HP remaining, as another siege tower attempting to make its way in here. It looks like Ninho will indeed be losing this town center. That's absolutely huge for Ashen and Team SOO in this game. However, the big question is going to be, can Typhon stabilize here? He is Hades. He does have the stronger Toxotes, but his position is awfully awkward. He's over here on this town center behind this marsh tree, which can be set up on with walls. The Heliopolis are going to move in here and do a whole bunch of pain for him. He needs a way to deal with that when he's going mass Toxotes at this point. He's trying to make his own Heliopoli out here. Armory upgrades, we do have a couple coming through here for Typhon. Moscow doesn't have any just yet, as the fortress getting taken down. Lots of villages idle over here, as there's the Heliopolis coming through. We do see the Perseus coming in, going to snipe down that Colossus, but not before it gets killed off there. As the units pushing through on the top side of the map, Ashen and Surtok are making some real huge strides in this game, pushing back into Ninho here. Ninho, though, he's in the heroic age. He's got access to Frost. He can Frost this entire army if he so chooses. And you could use Frost on the entire population of Surtok and Ashen, and then Helios. That combination could be absolutely brutal, because there'd be no way to defend that. There'd be like 2 town centers dead easily during that minute. As Apollo now coming through for Surtok, he's incredibly far behind in terms of tech. So we'll see if he can catch up here and help his team out at any point in this game. As the Frost Giants moving forward, the Hecagigantes is going to be a big help here. We do see Surtok's Pegasus coming through as well, obviously looking to get that Underworld coming in. We see the Heliopolis fighting each other. It looks like we've got Siege Engineers already. Now, Siege Engineers doesn't necessarily give any real assistance to the Heliopoli in terms of defense. It's all offense, and it seems like that lone technological choice there from Moscow has actually been a huge mistake, because now there's 3 Heliopolis out, and that's a dead fortress. But Poseidon does get the militia out. They're going to take down these Heliopolis very, very easily here with a little bit of micro, as now the town center is going to be getting taken down. You have to be careful with this. Village is very, very strong against those Heliopolis. But it looks like to me that Typhon has managed to pull himself back in this game. He's completely fine here. But while this is going on, the Hetyroi come through and siege down that town center, as Typhon loses that one. Absolutely huge for Moscow, as now Moscow's got heavy Hetyroi. They've got no Spirited Charge just yet, only 4.8 speed, but they're going to be able to move around the map and cause absolute chaos here in this game. We'll see if the population investment is going to be too much, though. There's nine Hetyroi there with three population apiece. So you're looking at 27 population there to take down town centers. That's more than a Titan. So you do have to kill off a lot of population to make it work, as now we see the Hetyroi coming in onto this town center here, as that's going to get taken out incredibly fast here with the siege towers moving forward, going to take down these longhouses as well. We see the Hecagigantes coming in onto this position, as we see the Mythic Age in for Nino. Frost getting cast. That's a huge Frost, absolutely gigantic, as Nino clicks Ragnarok. Let's see exactly what that Ragnarok is. He's sitting at 315 population here, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely huge. But there's town centers up. How are the upgrades looking? We've got Masons, we've got fortified town centers. Is there a trade route of some variety through Fort Ninho? It doesn't look like there's much of a trade route. I see 1 or 2 ox caravans, so it's a little bit weak here. The rebound is going to be a little bit slow, but the building's going to get taken down, and we see Surtok casting ceasefire here, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a big amount of time for Ashen, Surtok, and Typhon to get sorted out. We need Ashen to get himself up to heavy axeman at the very least. We've got Hera coming through for Surtok to lightning storm these heroes of Ragnarok. It doesn't do that much damage considering the high pierce armor, or hack armor. I think it's hack damage, and a high HP, 156 HP, 50%-ish hack armor. Does about, I can't remember exactly the damage, but I think it's around about 3,000 HP worth of damage is what Lightning Storm does. So it's only going to kill off like 15 or so heroes of Ragnarok total, which is really isn't that many, as we see in more buildings getting thrown up. The ceasefire does give a little bit of breathing room over here for Typhon as well, as he manages to get his town center back up. And we do see the dock starting to come up here. Now the counter to Hetyroi has always been towers with crenellations. We don't see any of that. You can also make some prodromus here as the dock going to come out. We've even got buildings up here for Moscow as they're controlling this location nicely. We've got palace coming down here for Tunison, as well as the Masons going to come through. This town center is going down incredibly fast here, as Moscow is all over the map. We see these Toxotes attempting to push through. Catapults trying to come out for Typhon, as the heroes of Ragnarok are going to completely clean through this location. We see Lightning Storm getting dropped down onto this position to try and take down as many of those heroes of Ragnarok as he possibly can. But like I said, it just doesn't do that much damage here against those heroes of Ragnarok. Horus on the way, though, for Ashen. He's going to be able to tornado this town center and see what he can do where that's concerned, as all the buildings here are falling. Technologically, we've only got Masons through for Ashen. He's trying to defend with the Chariot Archers. The Pharaoh in the back going to be some help, but this Fire Giant is a big ticket unit to take out Chariot Archers and to take out those Axemen as they're trying to get built over here, but they're popping out and getting basically one hit as they come through. And they're just not doing all too much there at all, as things are looking very dire right now for Team SOO as they're trying their best to defend over here. As more units coming, we've got the champion Arcus in for Tunison over here. The town center has fallen, as it looks like Moscow is winning his side against Typhon. He's out over here. He's got the Hetyroi to take down the docks with the defensive prodromus to deal with enemy prodromus as well. The dock going to be falling here. The Pentaconta going to fall as well. And that's going to be a town center up for Moscow. But we do see watchtowers coming down. Typhon trying his hardest to keep this one from going up over here. Meanwhile, this town center getting left here. Potentially, Tunison should grab that one here. Just maybe. We do see the Medusa coming in. That's going to be a big help to take out the Fire Giant. But no micro there from Surtok as he's trying his darnest to get in here with the medium Hypaspis to take all these units down. If we take a quick look at what I can't type fast enough. At what Nidhog's at. Nidhogg is now at 111 of 140 population. His Ragnarok is toast. So he's gonna start falling incredibly fast here, as I think we've just hit our first hitch in this game. Unfortunately, maybe a little bit of a lag spike. Hopefully, it's not internet dropping, but it looks like someone's dropped out. Oh no. Oh, okay. Saving. Saving. That's a good thing. We can always continue. I've never seen that before, but okay. That's fine. Let's just pop out. Nani? So if we be honest, at this point in the game, it's going to be all about how well Mosca can push and cause chaos, while Ninho, I'm sorry, I'm not even going to try and pronounce it right, while Ninho, while he recovers. That's going to be the biggest thing. All right, let's get rid of that noise, and we'll see how it's all going to go. As the town center is going to be coming up here, units attempting to defend over on this position. But what's happening while this is going on is Tunison is pushing on the backside with these fire sirens. Not only that, we still have 3 vortex here that can be used. Take out this town center, take out anything all over here. Still has those to be used here in the future. As the town center here coming up, and we will be seeing these Heliopolis going to be pushing in. This is going to be Typhon has to somehow defend this. Defending against mass Heliopolis pushing into your base, very, very tough. Not only that, towers getting taken out over here. Fortress is up. This town center here is a very open path for Mosca to take in order to create some real chaos in this game. As we see, the town center over here for Ashen is going to be getting taken out. Not only that, we see Tunison has this water underlocked, and it looks to me it might be just a little bit too far over there on that waterfront there, but the town center goes down. Tunison manages to do that. Ashen in a bit of with a bit of problems here, a little bit of trouble as the units pushing through. We see the fire giant able to take down these Toxotes over here, as Ninho has held onto this position. But the problem here right now is that Surtok in the pocket is way too far behind in terms of economy. In terms of upgrades, he's got like fully unupgraded Toxotes. Those fire giant will one bang one bang these Toxotes. 1, 2, 3. 3. Oh, he runs away. It would have been huge. We see the town center attempting to come back up. The Pharaoh does get killed off there, as the Siege Bareem going to be able to prevent this one for days here, as the fire giant coming through. Oh, fire giant massacre. 10 villages. Yucky. Well, we could see a dock coming over here and getting some siege ships to take out this town center at some point. Meanwhile, we're still seeing a push through over onto this position, mostly just Heliopoli here, as the yellow buildings coming through onto this position, cleaning up all of these buildings here. Mosca just spreading out all over the map, as he should. And in that moment, Surtok decides, yep, it's game over. Ashen tapping out, Typhon tapping out. GG, well played by Team CUD here, taking the first win of the Phoenix Reborn tournament. Now remember, this is only a 2-game group series match. It's not best of 3. Don't forget that. So next map, I believe, is CUD's map. So we'll see what they're going to pick. If you guys enjoy this tournament and enjoy this kind of thing, please consider hitting the follow on Twitch. We try and put a whole bunch of different tournaments out and a whole bunch of different show matches and things. So it can be a lot of fun to get involved. And if you're on the YouTubes, definitely leave a comment and or hit that subscribe button. And I'll see you guys in the next game.